Okay, looking at this ice cream vending machine. Previously we'd come out and found the cooling circuit had a leak on it. I think we thought it was in the condenser coil, around where that fan motor is. So they've shipped a new, the whole cooling thing comes out like a cassette. So they've shipped a new one from China, but they don't ship it with any refrigerant in. They might have flown it in, because I think if it goes in a plane, they can't send it with pressurised. Anyway, got to put some gas in it. So we've got the vacuum pump going. Okay, the screw threads weren't the best, so I've run I put a 4mm tap in the drill, just run it in and out of all of them just to clean the threads up a bit, and going to do something with this foam here where that's torn away. Which is a bit odd on something that's supposed to be new. But then saying that the rest of it just looks dusty, so if it's come on I don't know if it's come on a boat or whether they've flown it in. If it's been shipped on a boat, it could well have got dusty in transport, but that drain loop looks clean, fan blades look clean, so it just looks like it's just been sat somewhere getting dusty for a while. And again, this bit I think is part of the outer bit. I think is part of the cabinet, and this bit just slides in. It's on little wheels. You wind these bolts in, and it lifts it up. And you can wheel it out like it's a cassette. But I'd have thought that bit that would be part of this, I would think. Maybe, I don't know. Anyway, we'll put some Armorflex tape over it. And then we've got this panel here that fits in what's here, blank it all off. So we just put a bit of tape on there where it's got torn. I think that'll squash flat, because it's got to squash against this as well. Put the back pump down for a while, it's down to 470, goes up to about 1,000 just to shut it off. I might give it a little bit longer. Found this wire, looks like it should be plugged in somewhere. There's one with the same labels on it into this little joiner, so I've got a feeling that should be in there like that. I'm just waiting to hear back from the importers. It eventually worked out. This was turned off, because I think last time I worked out, I think it had a bit of a time delay from when you plugged it in to when it came on. So I was waiting for a time delay. No heat in there. We've put a kilo in it. That's what they told us to put in it last time. It's going down into a vacuum. some weird thing here. We've got two capillaries coming off there. I think we've got I think there's a check valve in there. I think it does, it's got a reversing valve. Well, the other one had a reversing valve. The other one had a reversing valve, but there it is. It does reverse cycle defrost, I think. I would have thought that would be higher than that, but I seem to remember the other one did run very low. See how it goes. Let's come up now, 7.5 psi. It's all the way out. I've just checked the idea that the fans aren't running yet, but we've got this that isn't plugged in, so I don't know if that's why, or it might stop the fans running until the coil's cooled down a bit. Probably a coil temp sensor. Right, eventually got the fans going. We've got these back probed here because we weren't sure if we had continuity up for these connectors. I think one of the things is that plugs back to front. Yellow on one and black on the other. This one's labelled up as evaporator fans, but they have the evaporator fan heaters plugged into that. And there's another one here that says fan heater 1. I think that should be joined to that, not this. And they've got a heater around the fan exterior, probably to stop them icing up. I suspect they just energise that after it's done or during the defrost, so any drips of water don't freeze on it. Right, we've got fans at the front and fans at the back, and running it off this little 12-watt battery is enough to get the front fans to turn, but the back ones wouldn't. The front fan put enough air through to make these spin, and I've just checked they're actually spinning the same way when they've got 24 volts, and they are, because I did wonder whether they push the air through it one way at one time and the other way the other time, hence the fans either end, but no, they just all run at once. So the main issue I think was it needs to be plugged into here, and then they've got the positive and negative crossed over somehow. So you have to cross them over to get them to run the right way. Oh, it's in this plug, isn't it? It's in that plug. So I think I'll probably crimp these so that somebody doesn't look at it in the future and think they're wrong. They won't be able to alter it. And then I need to connect that into there. And I suspect that needs going in as well, because I think that's the heater, peripheral heater for the other end fans. That needs to go into the heater connector. We're getting there. Okay, got all the grills and the covers back on. It's showing box temperature is 0.7, VAP's -12. It was running at -31 before we had the evaporator fans wired up properly. CMP 55, I think that's a condensing temp. Well, it can't be the condensing temp because the liquid iron's cold, so maybe it's a hot gas point. They must have a temperature sensor on it somewhere, I think. So I think that's what that is.